reason I'm here today is to explain why we do a two-part pour. Two-part pour allows the gas in the beer to fall back into solution and rise into the head. So there's two gases really in Guinness: CO2, which falls back into the beer, which is quite bitter, and nitrogen, which forms in the head. Nitrogen bubbles are a lot smaller than CO2 bubbles, so they will rise into the head. We want the head to form at the widest part of the glass, because that means that we will get more nitrogen into the head. Nitrogen in beer is naturally creamy and sweet, so when you mix that with the complex bitter taste of Guinness, you get that unique complex taste that you get with Guinness, and that's the reason why we do a two-part pour. So when you pour a pint of Guinness, you should always hold the glass at 45-degree angle. Quick tip: always put your little finger under the glass. The reason why we do this is because you can't get your fingers up the side of the glass, and there's nothing worse than somebody handing you a pint with fingerprints where you're going to drink. So by putting your little finger underneath, it also keeps it stable. You'll see there's a golden harp on the inside of the glass. What you do is you offer that up to the tap, never let the tap touch the glass or the beer, and you open the tap and let the beer flow down at a 45-degree angle. You can hear that characteristic whistle from Guinness as well, which is the beer being forced through the plate in the nozzle itself. So we 3/4 fill. People think it's two-part pour and it's 50-50, but no, we normally bring it up to the widest part of the glass and shut it off. So again, the temptation at this point is to top the beer up, but you can still see that there is gas not in solution. So we want all of that gas to get into the head and all the CO2 to fall back into the beer. This is really the critical time of the beer, because that head is just getting sweeter and sweeter as it sits there and settles. So the more nitrogen, the more tightly it gets packed in the wide part of the glass. When we actually top it up, it gets condensed, and the nitrogen gets more and more squeezed, and that's why you can get tension on the top of the glass, and you can actually build a dome. And Guinness is the only beer that you can actually create that with. So again, one of the tips that we talk to bar staff about is, if somebody asks for a Guinness and other drinks, always start the Guinness first, do the other drinks, ask the customer if they want something else, take the money, give them the change, and really by that stage, the Guinness should be ready to top up. It's a bit like watching a kettle boil. If you stand there looking at it, it's going to take forever. And also the customer has confidence that you say, well, your Guinness isn't quite ready, it'll be a couple of minutes. So again, this pint's ready to top up. What we want to do now is we want to push the handle towards the customer. The reason we push the handle towards the customer is we don't want to get too much more gas breakout. We don't want to ruin the perfect head that we just built up inside the glass. So all we do is we push the handle away. Keep the pint level, and in the centre of the glass, push until you get a slight dome. And because you started pouring with the golden harp, the harp and Guinness logo is now facing the customer, which is what they expect. And if you look at the side of the glass, you can see there's